All right, next one that we are talking about. Okay, do we have any DMX fans in the house? Do we have any DMX fans in the house? If you are familiar with the rapper DMX, just give me a DMX in the comments. Okay? Give me a DMX in the comments. And if you're a fan of DMX, give me your favorite DMX song. Okay? Let me know. Okay. So, here is what's going on with DMX. Now, we all know DMX, he is or was, I should say, a very popular rapper in the 90s and early 2000s. And he kept the respect of the rap community up until his passing a few years ago, right? Can anybody name any DMX songs for me? Let me know in the comments, right? Anyway, so as we know, DMX passed away recently, but he still has an estate. Although we know that DMX may have had some financial issues, that doesn't mean that he died without assets. Okay. Now, I did not realize this, but DMX had divorced from his wife. Did y'all know that prior to him passing? Did y'all know? Oh, indigenous education. What you want from a, what you really want from a. Yes, right. Did you guys know that DMX had divorced his wife prior to his passing? I did not. I thought they remained married up until he passed. Anyway, his wife, Tashara Simmons, recently filed a legal claim against DMX's estate. Now, when I read that, I was very surprised because I was like, yes, Rough Riders. I was like, why wouldn't his, even though she's his ex-wife, who else would be taking care of Earl Simmons' estate, DMX's estate? Was it, did DMX have brothers, siblings, or were his parents still living? Either way, anyway, his ex-wife, Tashara Simmons, she filed a lawsuit against his estate seeking 50% ownership of his intellectual property, including his music catalog, copyrights, trademarks, and likeness rights. So his ex-wife, who apparently he divorced prior to passing, she went to the court and said, I want the estate to give me half of Earl's stuff. I want half of the rights. I'm owed half of his copyrights. I'm owed half of his trademarks. I'm owed half the rights for his likeness, right? So she goes to the court and says, run me some stuff. Now, how did she come to this conclusion? Tashira's based her claim on language in their 2016 divorce settlement. Wow. Oh, he got divorced long before he passed, which referenced intellectual property and royalties, interpreting that to imply ownership. So because their divorce settlement said that she was entitled to some royalties and some money from intellectual property, she took that to mean that she had a legal stake in that, meaning she owned part of it. And that wasn't it at all. The judge said the divorce agreement did not grant her ownership of any copyrights, trademarks, or other IP rights. She was only entitled to royalty payments, not co-ownership. Okay. So basically, Tashira, because she had only had royalty rights, she only gets paid if they use DMX's stuff, right? And that's after everybody else gets paid. If she had been given co-ownership, that would mean that she would get to decide who gets to use DMX's stuff. So the court said, no, girl, nobody gave you those rights. They just say you can get a little bit of change, when the stuff is run. So that's why it is very important to understand how intellectual property and copyrights and trademarks and royalties work, so that you understand if you're an owner or if you're just receiving payments. Okay. But we wish DMX left a lot of kids. I hope they okay. Yes. Let's see.